On the day after the shootout on Laurel Street, what had been a quiet little classic American neighborhood outside Boston had turned battle-scarred and broken. Those who lived through it, now piecing it back together, tried to make sense of it all with their incredible stories of Friday morning for whoever wanted to listen.
We're behind this tree shooting, and now you can see all the bullet holes like up and down the fence here. It's pretty awesome.
Where? Oh, right here.
Yeah. And then you can see like all the holes like in the
Holy
fence.
cow.
Yeah.
Sorry, so he was crouched behind this tree?
That's what he said.
Where were the guys?
The guys were under that tree for the most part.
That one over there?
Yeah. For the most part. And then they walked around a little bit.
And so where are you when all this is going on?
Like idiots, we're looking out of our top window there, about 5 feet from where you see that hole.
Which hole? There's one up there?
There's one up there in the soffit.
Oh my God.
Yep, it just missed him. You might remember James Floyd. We first met him, his wife Elizabeth, and their 3-week-old baby Billy, he's in the blanket, when they stumbled out of that neighborhood after the shootout. Now safely back home with a story no one on this street will forget.
Yeah, well, I was standing up in the bedroom taking pictures, and we saw the police starting to go house to house, and they saw me in the window and they pointed their gun, and I immediately dropped to the ground, pretty scared. So I like kind of crawled downstairs so they could see me and have my hands up and let them in. Stayed on the ground, then like, get up, who else is in the house? And they basically just got us out of the house. No questions asked, walked us that way, and they let us, we got a blanket for the baby, but we didn't have time to get shoes, diapers.
Here, there are battle wounds and near disbelief at every corner. James Wall.
It was a pretty exciting night. They started up about 1 o'clock. I was sitting in the room, and I just got to bed an hour before that. They figured someone was just lighting fireworks off till I started hearing ricochet, and I realized they were bullets.
Across the street, Christopher Scott.
There's a bullet right here, inside the wheel well. You can see that's where it pierced.
That's the bullet hole right
Yeah.
there?
And then there's a dashboard too. And I'm listening to it, and it's like rapid gunfire, rapid, consistent gunfire, and we're just kind of waiting it out. And then we heard, like I said, heard the lull in the action, and we came up to make sure everything was locked. And then that's when we started peeking, and the huge explosion that was like no sound you'd ever heard, plus a enormous light that came in through the house. Like, so you felt the light and the eruption in the bedroom shook the house.
Where were you when all this was going on?
Right there, on the window. And I come out and yell at him, too.
You didn't?
I did. Because I thought it was a fireworks in the beginning. I said, what
The kids in the neighborhood were really on fire.
The cop was right behind the tree. And he said to me, get inside, God damn it. He said, shut the window. I said, okay.
That's right. Peter Cahias shouted at the suspects. He and his wife Loretta were unaware a gun battle for the ages was at the end of their driveway.
My husband stuck his head out the window and asked him to stop, not knowing, and then all hell broke loose.
The cop said to him, come on, give up. Said, no way out, give up. He said, you want more? I give you more. And then he threw the bombs after.
Those bombs went off just steps from where we now stand. His car, just like in the movies, bullet holes everywhere. As for the suspect's vehicle,
The Mercedes looked like a Bonnie and Clyde car. They did about 95 rounds on him.
Holy.
Oh, he's already loaded with bullets because they.
Yeah, with a machine gun. The cops have a machine gun.
God, this
You
is
can hear that.
just-
You can hear that.
you see, for a while the suspects had been firing from behind this tree. Police gunshots whizzing just past him. Then one of the suspects appeared to run out of bullets.
That's blood right there.
Holy.
I saw a police officer coming from this direction, tackle him on the ground, and then they had him under control. And then at some point, this guy down here got in the black SUV and sped this way.
The man in the SUV hit the other suspect. A brown, dried blood smear now stains Laurel.
I guess he got caught under the car or something. It dragged him about 30 feet or so, and you can see where the drag marks are, and then where the pool of blood is, where he ended up.
And as those who live here, like David Costa, put their world back together, they try to figure it all out. No easy task. But let me ask you, what do you make
All
of it?
I can say is, you know, what happened last night was out of the ordinary. Police officers are used to seeing bullets come at them. They're not used to seeing explosives come at it. All right? So everything that they did to prevent this activity from going any further than it was, you know, trying to protect the neighborhood, trying to protect people and themselves. And in the end, they ended up catching them.
This is Watertown.
I know. This isn't the place you imagine to be seeing anything of this sort. So totally surreal, yeah.
Does it matter whether they were just a couple of idiots or whether there's a political motivation or that there was some reason for it? Does that matter?
I think there's a reason for it. It doesn't make it any better. They still did what they did. It does not make it better.
Unfortunately, it happened in a great neighborhood. I've been living here for, 10 years. And to see this go down really saddens me.
Does this change Watertown? Does it change Boston?
People have to move on, get on with their lives. Will it happen again? Probably. I don't think you're ever gonna. I hope this is just not gonna be the new way of life. I hope that, I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe there will never be a full explanation for the mayhem that came this way, but maybe that doesn't matter. The willingness among friends to share these stories may signal this place, though scarred, will indeed move on after the trouble on Laurel Street. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Watertown, Massachusetts.